Rochon.
Welcome. Hello, everybody. My name is. Am I muted? No, I'm not. I'm not muted. Welcome, everybody. My name is Dan Rochon. Welcome, Cindy. Welcome, Cheryl. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you again. Hello, Ronaldo, Janine, Russ, Connie. Nice to see you again. Vicky, Vincent. Hello, Josephine, Patty, Kevin, Brian. I can't say hello to everybody. Darren, what's up, my man? The Suggs in the house. Andrew, welcome. All right. Welcome. Excuse me for 1 second while I get myself situated. Hey, I'm situated. See how easy that was? My name is Dan Rochon, and I help agents have no broke months. I want to welcome everybody to the 5-day listing challenge. And I want to jump right into it. Is it okay if we just jump right into it? You guys good? Give me a thumbs up if that's okay. Yes.
Yep.
All right, fantastic. Today is day number 1 of the 5-day listing challenge, where you're going to learn how to take listings in today's market without having to cold call, without having to go bang on doors, and without having to beg your family and your friends for their business unless you want to. That's cool if you want to beg, but I'd prefer not to. This is the 17th of the 5-day listing challenges that I have presented, and I am so freaking excited that you are here because you are the highest attended yet. I'm not sure how many people are on here right now, but I know that we've had something like 550 or so to register for the class, and typically around 30% will show up. So there probably should be about 120, 130, something like that. So who wants to take a listing in the next 2 weeks? Raise your hand if you want to take a listing in the next 2 weeks. Yes. Scott, is that a pig that you have on your head? No, that's a cow. Scott has a cow on his head. That is freaking awesome. I want a cow on my head. I don't know if it would be as good of a presentation if I had a cow on my head. Anyways, if you have your hand up, then that means that you want to take listings in the next 2 weeks. So if you want to take a listing in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be able to show you how to do that. When and where will this class take place? The live strategy call, which is what you're a part of right now, will take place at noon Eastern time. And the on-demand tactics will be delivered to your email on a daily basis at 12:45. We'll talk a little bit more here in a few minutes about what that's about the on-demand. So the way that this class is situated is you're going to have an hour of instruction daily from noon to 1 Eastern time. And then you'll get an email each day, an invitation with your password to access the CPI training portal. And in the CPI training portal, you will have the tactics that will be shared with you. So you're going to have a step-by-step, the homework that you're going to have during these 5 days, you're going to have a step-by-step guidance that you're going to have online. Does that make sense, everybody? I'm going to share that with you here in a few minutes. I see a bunch of people with your hands up. Are you just saying hi, or do you have something to share? Vicky, Cheryl, Beverly, I see your hands up. You just want to give me a high five? Is that what you're trying to do? All right. If you guys need anything, just go ahead and chat it in there if you want. Okay. So this week, you're going to learn your way. You're going to learn your way to sales, and you're going to be able to discover your beautiful talents, which we're going to go through that today. And you're going to learn how to be able to double your sales in today's market. Each day, you're going to join the live presentation where I'll teach you the strategy, and I'm going to show you how to access those tactics later. As I already mentioned, there's going to be students who will not be here on Friday. There's going to be students who are here today who are going to say, yes, I'm all in, and then not show up all 5 days. For those students that are here right now that won't be here on Friday, that won't do the homework, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I know that right now, this is the most important time in business today is to figure this out, because listings are hard to take. In fact, there's 38% less listings in the market today than they were a year ago. So that's why I'm so excited to be able to teach this content to you, because it is needed. You need to learn how to take listings, and you need to learn how to do so today, because if you don't, you may not be here next year. For those of you that go and they attend all 5 days, for those of you who do the homework, I mentioned to you, this is the 17th class. For those of you that do that, you will increase your volume by 467%, because we've measured this. We've measured the success of our students. You just simply have to show up, do the work, and you will get the results. So this class matters because the real estate market right now is the toughest ever. I already mentioned that to you. We have big data, artificial intelligence, technology, commoditization, and in the next 30 days to 18 months, the economy. Banks are failing right now. Interest rates are rising. The inflation continues to rise. The inventories, it's low. Right now is the time for you to figure this out. I know how to take listings. I've done this since 2007. I've had no broke months since 2008. I know how to show you how to take listings. And I know that it's a fair exchange for me to ask you to show up daily, to have your videos on. If you don't have your video on right now, turn your video on, please, because you'll make more money. Who here wants to make more money, by the way? Yes, 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 yes. Guess what? All of you with your hands up, with your videos off, I didn't see you because your videos were off. So if you want to make more money, turn your video on, because you will make more money. You're going to hear me talk about the acronym CPI throughout the course. What is CPI? CPI is consistent predictable income. It's the coaching company that I founded and that I run, that I own, and it's the only system that teaches real estate agents your way to make sales so that you have no broke months. What do I want you to do right now? What I want you to do right now is I want you to turn on your videos. I want you to close out the rest of your browsers, close out Facebook, close out your email, and focus for the next 53 minutes. Because I know that if you focus for 53 minutes, I know that you'll be able to position yourself so that, again, you have no broke months, so that you know how to take listings. So I invite you to trust me during these 5 days, because when you do, you're going to have better results. The students who've had the most success attend the class each day. They do the work. They pay attention to the live event. They have their videos on. They participate in the daily assignments. And we're going to deliver that daily assignment to you by email. As a coach, my biggest challenge is having students to take the time, that show up. They love the content. They get excited. And then they don't do the work. If you want to take listings, if you want to have no broke months, you have to do the work. But it's easy to implement. Now, only some of you are going to be here, as I mentioned, on Friday, and I'm sorry for those that won't be here, but for those that will be, I've got something special for you in store. And again, I want you to trust me. I want you to know that I value your time, because I know that you could be doing something else, but you chose to be here. You chose to attend this class. So what I promise to you is I'm going to deliver you 110%. I'm going to be all in this week. No matter what, I am here for you, because your success is my success. During the next 5 days, I'm going to help you understand the strategies of how to take listings in today's market. So we're going to begin promptly at noon each day. And if you're attending live, please have your camera on, because it's been proven that those that have your camera on make more money. And you do want to make more money. Everybody here wants to make more money. Yes, 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 yes. Give me a thumbs up. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so please no driving unless you absolutely have to. Block your time and let's be focused. I want you to understand something. I want you to understand that you are a business person first and a real estate agent second. I'm going to show you that when you use the techniques, of the class that you're going to learn through this class, the average agent takes on 2 new clients in the next 1 week. That's average. We've gone through, we've clocked it. You may be thinking right now, maybe I'm too distracted to take this class. Maybe I'm too busy to take this class. Maybe I'm too busy to be successful. Maybe I'm too old, too new, too young. Maybe my broker hasn't taught me. Maybe it's too risky, or maybe I'm not worthy. If any of these thoughts are going through your mind right now, I want to invite you to reconfigure those. I want you to invite those to reconfigure those so that you know you have enough time. You know that you're not too busy. You know that even if you haven't been taught before, you're going to be taught this week. You know by the end of this week, you're going to have the steps for you to succeed so that you have more consistency, so that you have more respect from others, so that you have more highly qualified clients. This class, who's this class for? This class is for those of you who want consistent, predictable income. Those of you who want to have no broke months. I'm going to ask for you to follow me blindly through these 5 days. I hope that you're here for a reason. I hope for whatever reason that is that you trust me, because otherwise you wouldn't be here already. And I know that it's a big ask for me to ask you, say, follow me blindly. I haven't earned the right to do that yet, but I have proven success in business. I have had no broke months since 2008. I have helped thousands of other agents to have no broke months. So if you just take a look at my record of success, I hope that in of itself earns me the right to be your coach for the next 5 days and earns me the opportunity so that you will follow me blindly. Because I want you to imagine right now, what would it be like when you no longer have to worry about how will I get the next listing? Where's my next paycheck coming from? I want you to imagine, how would that make you feel? What would that do for others? What would it do for yourself? What would that do for your finances? Would it make you feel safe when you know that you're going to have income coming in every single month? Would it make you feel proud when you're taking a listing every single week of your career? Would that help you feel significant? It could allow for you to demonstrate to somebody who's doubted you before that you are worthy. CPI saves you time, saves you money, and saves you energy. The class that I'm going to teach you this week will allow for you to understand that you don't have to take a risk, you just have to take action. So, will you follow me blindly over the next 5 days? If you're willing to follow me blindly over the next 5 days, if you're willing to follow me at all over the next 5 days, put in a hell yes into the chat if you could. Type in hell yes. I'm all in. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do the work, and I'm willing to be able to take action. LFG. I got to do an acronym. Hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. Hell yes, hell yes. I see that it's all in. Let's effing go. All right. Thank you. LF, hey, I like that. LFG. Let's LFG, baby. LFG it. LFG. That's a new one for me. Thank you for helping me understand that. So if you just put in LFG, if you just put in a hell yes, I want to congratulate you, because you will be able to succeed. Who's this class not for? This class is not for, I'm trying not to laugh. I'm seeing the LFGs in there. I'm a little bit under the weather, so excuse me. This class is not for wannabes. It's not for excuse makers. It's not for victims. In fact, CPI policy number 6.1 says this class is not for assholes. So if you violate policy 6.1, go ahead and click off. Let's see. Click, 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 click. I think we just lost 42 members right there. My goodness. Well, the rest of you standing, I'm grateful that you're not, that a-hole. So if you're here just to justify your time, just to fill in your time, to justify your day, this isn't the proper training for you. I just want to be authentic with you. This training is for people who are going to take action. So if you just want to show up to a class and then at the end of the day say, hey, that was freaking awesome, I went to a class today, this isn't for you. This class is for people who want to take action. In fact, I am definitive that I want to surround myself with high-minded people. I had an agent last year who was on my sales team. He closed 50 transactions every single year. And he made a lot of money for the company. That's an average of $500,000 of gross commission a year. Do you think I was grateful for him as a team member? Well, I was grateful for the income that he produced. But guess what? He treated our people like crap. He treated our staff like doo-doo, right? He wasn't nice to them. And I had to fire him. I fired him because he violated policy 6.1. I'm not going to call him names. I'm just saying he violated that policy. So regardless of what the income that he brought in, I had to make a tough call to say, hey, look, here's a rainmaker, here's a money maker. But guess what? Ain't the right move for you, because we got to treat each other with respect. We have to care for each other. We have to hold each other up. We have to pull each other up. We have to energize each other, and we've got to be there for each other. And we're not here to put people down. We're not here to treat people like crap. So if you're here right now, I'm freaking grateful that you are, because you're my type of people. So I already mentioned to you that today's the most competitive market ever. Many sales agents who are in sales today will not be here 18 months from today. In fact, the NAR predicts that 50% of agents who got into the market over the last 36 months will be out of the business in the next 18 months. During these following 5 days, you're going to find your way. You're going to find strategies to take listings and tactics to take listings. And you're going to understand how mindset can beat skill set every single day of the week. You're going to learn the strategies that I've used to have no broke months since 2008, the tactics that I've used to take 79 listings in the last 12 months that work today, and the difference between the tactics and the strategies. Well, strategy is an action plan that takes you where you want to go. The tactics are the individual steps of the actions that get you there. So the strategy we're going to go through live here. The tactics, that's going to be done on demand, and you're going to get that to your email. I'll show you how to access that at the end of the today's class. So if you want to go faster, if you want to go further, if you want to have greater predictability, we also offer the VIP upgrade that most of the students take. And I'll tell you about that here in a second. But first, let me congratulate those who have already taken the steps to take the VIP action. So congratulations to our VIP subscribers. And I only have time to go over just a few things that we offer for the VIP people. But I want to tell you, other than hiring me to actually do the job for you, this is the best thing that you could possibly do for your business, is get the VIP upgrade. And by the way, I'm not available to do the work for you, but I am available to show you how to do the work. So if you want to be ultimately to have no broke months, the VIP package is the most in-depth training and tools that you could have. So I just want to imagine what your life would be like, again, when you have that consistent, predictable income, when you have somebody step-by-step with you this entire week to show you how. I want to share with you a quick video, then I'll tell you about the VIP option, and then we'll jump right into the class.
Welcome to the 5-day listing challenge, where you will learn how to take listings in today's market. Sign up as a VIP to access the portal and get our online courses. The course was actually designed to be interactive and fun. Make sure to tick the buttons after you do the goals, tasks, or exercises to earn scores to move to the next page. You won't get bored, as the portal has a built-in cheering squad for every milestone you reach. CPI. Enjoy discovering your way.
Chose to do the text to FSBOs.
I had did the for sale by owner text script.
Got some negativity from it, which is fine.
Yesterday I mentioned that I had gotten a response back.
Some of them listing or already listed.
And an appointment to show.
But positivity, I did get an appointment for Friday. I'm excited about that.
If you lead generate consistently, then you can define the kind of people you want to do business with, so it gives you freedom.
Actually allows me to have a defined time where I'm working, and I know I did my job.
It allows you to keep your pipeline full so you can have a more predictable business and know, what next 3 to 6 months is going to look like.
I did an open house. It was last minute, and we had 45 people or 45 groups come through. Trust.
Where was it?
Alexandria. Follow up on Friday, and I normally use what you have. What do you put out in CPI?
All right. So thank you for those students sharing a little bit about their experience within the CPI community. I want to let you know it can be very scary to approach real estate sales without the help to succeed. I'm going to help you discover your way during this class so that you're not going to fear what to do in the future. For some, you just need a kick in the butt, which is why we offer the CPI VIP option. Those who claim their CPI VIP option are going to get a chance to work directly with me this week. You're going to be able to join us for the morning CPI baby steps, either this week or next, whatever you like. We do 5 days of baby steps every single week. Where Mondays, we do motivational Mondays. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we do tactical trainings. And on Friday, we do scripts and role play. You'll also be able to join us immediately after this class on Thursday for a CPI coaching corner, which is the mastermind of our community that we get together every single Thursday to be able to discover the option for whatever it is that's challenging you in business, whether it's a deal, whether it's I got these 2 clients I don't want, or these 2 prospects I don't want them to wiggle away from me, whether it be that I just need to figure out how do I implement this, whatever it is. Join us on Thursday afternoon, right after this class for the CPI coaching corner. In addition, you're also going to get option to be able to be a part of Death of Potential. Death of Potential is our most sought after on-demand class. You'll have access to that. You'll get a copy of Real Estate Evolution, which is the 10-step guide to CPI. That's this book right here. This is a 290-page manual, 90,000 words. Will show you your way. And if you don't like to read, no problem. I'll give you the audio version of that as well. I want to tell you about a student of ours, Renee. She opted to take the VIP option. She got her license at the beginning of the pandemic. During that time, she was working as a consultant for the government. She wanted to leave her job because she freaking hated it. Renee did not like her job at all. And she got the CPI VIP option. And that was the last month's class. And yesterday, she's a part of our group, of our training group. She just told me she got her second listing. Think about that. No listings from the pandemic until last month. She got the VIP option, and then boom, she got her second listing just this past couple days. So most students who take advantage of the free VIP option do so because they're looking for a qualified guide to show them the way. We're going to have a one-on-one coaching call as well. So in addition to the group coaching that you'll get this week, in addition to the books, in addition to the guides, in addition to everything, single thing else that you're going to get, it is not too late for the VIP option. You can go ahead and sign up for that right now. Leslie will go ahead and share with you a link to that. And the premise of what I teach is that there's no one way for you to do this. There's only your way. So when we do that one-on-one coaching call, we will discover your way. We'll set up a plan for you to be able to succeed in your business. That's what the intention of the one-on-one discovery call is going to be. This is the reason why we added the VIP option, was to be able to help you to be able to get where you want to go with the plan. So you're going to get the baby steps, your coaching corner, the 45 minutes deep dive coaching call with me, lifetime access to the 5-day recordings, and a one-time VIP access to the CPI coaching corner. That's this Thursday. The Death of Potential class, the 5-day Listing Domination Challenge guidebook, Real Estate Evolution, and access to the private community. So let's start off. Let's get into the class now. So on Monday, today, I'm going to introduce myself to you. And together, we're going to discover why do you sell real estate. You're going to have the opportunity to become a VIP member, which Leslie just put that in there because I want you to take advantage of that VIP option, because I want to be able to make sure that I can guide you step by step for you to succeed. I'm going to introduce you to the CPI framework for you to begin to make sales. And we're going to look at the options of how to sell real estate. And you're going to choose your way. You're going to become a CPI VIP member. And then on Tuesday, you're going to learn how the tactic that you selected this week, you're going to learn the steps of how to implement that. You're going to get the secret sauce to sales. And then on Wednesday, we're going to do a deep dive into finding your way to make sales and review the framework of a lead going from an F off Dan all the way to please hire me, all the way through an $18,000 paycheck. I'm going to walk you through a journey of literally that F you Dan all the way up till then. On Thursday, we're going to learn the scientific hack of whatever gets in your way over and over and over and over again. If you're getting the same result over and over and over again, I'm going to give you the scientific hack to break that cycle. Maybe you know of somebody who gets the same results over and over and over again. And you're like, stop it, stop doing that, do something different. Well, that's a natural human condition. And on Thursday, I'm going to show you how to break that cycle. And I'm going to tell you about the program, 27 Days to No Broke Months, which we let 5 members in every single month. We already have our first one for this coming month. So we have 4 spots available. I'll tell you about that on Thursday. On Friday, we're going to do a deep dive into instantly connecting with others. And we're going to review the 3 tactics of the week and discover the 10 things that cost you 0 money and 0 talent. So even if you get to Friday and you're like, I still don't know if I can do it, I'll give you the framework of how you can do this without money and without talent. So before we start, I want you to listen to one of our newer agents and what she received from the 5-day CPI communities. As you listen to these students, I want you to imagine yourself in their shoes. I want you to imagine when you get the CPI VIP upgrade, this is you. So listen to the results that these students get. The CPI students that you're listening to, they're perfectly normal, just like you are. So go ahead and let's play that, please.
You told me that about the first time we ever talked, not to say you're a new agent, and that had helped. It's helped me tremendously. I've closed probably 6 deals since the first time I've talked to you. I've got 3 listings that I'm working on. That's why I keep coming in and out of this. But yeah, you helped me tremendously. Thank you.
So that's Kathy telling you about her story. And I want to tell you about Barbara and Doug. Barbara was an agent since 2005. Doug for another 20 years before that. And they have had success. So Doug's been around forever. And they've had success, but they wanted to be able to, start things fresh. They were in a lull. They were looking to get back on track. They took the 5-day challenge. They got the VIP option, and they took a listing during this class. They then subscribed to the 27 Days to No Broke Months, which is the done for you program that I'll tell you about on Thursday. They got CPI certified, and now they are having no broke months. This could be you. So what's stopping you? Seriously, I want you to take a moment right now, do a little etch-a-sketch. I want you to think, what's stopping me from getting the goals, from achieving the goals that I want to achieve? Ask yourself what's stopping you. If the answer is I don't know, then you're going to learn how to this week. Besides knowing how, what's stopping you? It may be that you just need the right coach to be able to help you. And the days ahead, you're going to discover your why. And when you discover your why, the only thing that's left is for you to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself right now, borrow my belief that I have in you. You have the right to borrow my belief because you've earned the right to be, just because you're here today. The mere fact that you're here today already proves to me and proves to others and proves to yourself that you have the right to be able to be believed in. So let me just take a few moments to introduce myself to you, and then we're going to get into the content. My name is Dan Rochon. I am just a regular guy who figured out how to make sales. I grew up as a poor boy. I joined the Army when I was 18 years old, right after high school, 1991. I needed to get myself out of an unsafe environment. Imagine that. I joined the Army to get out of an unsafe environment. I just realized the absurdity of that. Anyways, after several years as a soldier, I was going to Iraq. I was getting ready to be deployed, rapid deployment, and I got a bunch of inoculations to shut down my to protect against nerve agent, and it shut down my pancreas. So I got a discharge for a medical discharge, and had the opportunity to have to rely on this. This is insulin and a syringe here that I'm holding up for to be able for me to live. And so I started waiting tables when I got out of the Army because I didn't know what else to do. And as a waiter, I didn't really have any other skills, and I made a lot of money. I worked in like the best, places in the entire planet. I made a ton of money, but I freaking hated my job. Okay, I hated my job, but at the same time, as hating my job, making a lot of money, waiting tables, I was also abusing alcohol. See, my last hurrah, I'll never forget. It was an epic hurrah. I remember I was in Alexandria, Virginia. I was on the second floor, the second of 3 floors, but the top floor of my townhome, balled up on my bathroom floor, ready to really to die. I was 32 years old. My kidneys were shrinking. My liver was shrinking. My lungs were on fire. Every organ in my body I could feel. Just boom, just agonizing. And I'll never forget that morning sitting there thinking, like, I just turned 50 years old. At that morning, I remember thinking, I don't want to be dead at 50. I don't want to be a waiter at 50. So you have to understand, every male relative in my life died before they were 45, except for myself and my brother, me and my brother. We are the oldest. My brother's 2 years older than me. We're the oldest male relatives in my family. And I knew that morning, I knew I needed to make a choice, but I didn't know what that choice was. I knew that I wanted to create my destiny, but I didn't know what that destiny was. So I did make the change. I got sober that day and I started to create my reality. I went to rehab. I remember the withdrawal that I experienced during those first couple of months was so severe that I never wanted to have to go through that type of withdrawal ever again in my life. The vision that I had for my future was clouded, but I knew I wanted to be able to help people. I knew I wanted to be able to achieve goals. I knew I wanted to be able to help people solve their problems and achieve their goals. And I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't see the way. One day, Bill Cribbin and I were scooping butters at Eagle Island, getting ready for the dinner shift. We were waiters. And Billy shouts across Eagle Island. That's where we would get ready for the shift. He'd say, hey, Rochon, hey, have you ever considered being a real estate agent? I was like, I don't know. I never thought about it. He says, well, think about it. And I found out to become a real estate agent would take me 60 hours of classwork, about $3,000. And hey, I have the opportunity to be able to, make as much money as I want. Hey, I'm all in on that one. And so I went and I got my license. And I'll never forget, once, this is back, you guys may remember, this is an old-fashioned thing. It's called a newspaper. And I'll never forget the headlines in the newspaper when I got my license. Economic doom, worst financial crisis ever. Financial catastrophe, banks closing. That was what was in the headlines. Oh, by the way, any of that sound familiar? But either way, I got my license and I figured it out. First 6 months of my career, it sucked. Guess how many closes I had the first 6 months of my career? Anybody want to guess? 0. It wasn't until I met with my Michelle did that 0 at the same time. We were in unison there. It wasn't until I met with my broker Karen. I remember I knocked on Karen's door. And she says, Dan, come on in. She looked over top of her glasses at me. She was a little bit annoyed and she was grading. I call it grading her contracts, right? This was back before DocuSign. She had a thing of contracts that high on her desk. And she's like, come on in. And I said, Karen, I need help. And she's like, what, Dan? I was like, Karen, I'm about to quit. And that's when she says, okay, have a seat. And on that day, Karen and I devised a plan that we devised together and I implemented, where we discovered my way. And I was able to have success from that point moving forward. That was a few months before April 2008 when I had my first closing. April 2009, I bought the brokerage that I worked for. It was 18 months after I got my license. It was a Keller Williams Realty franchise. I owned that brokerage for the next 10 years to the end of 2018. When I sold it, I sold that brokerage. I wrote a book called Real Estate Evolution, which is the 10-step guide to CPI. It became a big success. I'm grateful for the opportunity that became a big success. It shows agents how to make sales in today's market. It's the guide to be able to show you exactly the step to take. And if you're interested in getting a copy, if you don't already have a copy, Les will put in a thing in there in the chat so you can get your copy of it. Well, here's the thing. That's when I opened up CPI coaching. So you're probably thinking like, who cares? Right? Like you're probably thinking like, that's great for Dan, but what's this for me? Well, here's the thing. What I've developed and what I've learned through the years is going to help you to have simplicity. It's going to help you to have respect. It's going to help you to have a normal routine. I tell you this story for you to understand that as a formerly drunk waiter could succeed in this business, so can you. If a normal guy like me can figure out how to make these sales, so can you. And it's good that you're here for these 5 days because, again, if I can figure this out, so could you. So if you don't believe in yourself right now, then I do want you to understand that you can borrow my belief so that you can believe in yourself, because you have to understand, I am just like you. The difference between you and I is nothing, except maybe or maybe not, I've already figured this out. And I've done this for a very, very long period of time. Maybe you figured it out as well. I don't know who's here, so I don't want to talk to everybody. But if you're struggling, if you're not making sales every single week, then, or every single month and every single week, then this is the class for you. I had a coach named John Vandergast, and John was my coach for years. And he said to me, he says, Dan, he says, you have to take what you know and you got to put it into a bottle. You got to be able to share that with others. And I didn't know how to do that for many, many years. And finally, I figured out, like, I just need to take what I've done, document it, videotape it, and share it with others. And that's what I offer this coaching for you. For those of you getting the VIP, this is a part of what John was coaching me to do, is say, hey, take what you've done, take what you know, and share it with others. For those of you on Thursday, that will sign up for the 27 days to no broke months for the done for you package. It's better than me showing you how to do it. I'm going to do it for you. We're going to do it together. But we'll talk more about that on Thursday. If this is your production that Leslie's going to put up on the slide here today, then I'm going to let you know that this is normal. What many, many agents have is no closings in January, new closings on Fridays, maybe one in March, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Maybe you got 3 in October, 0, 1 in December. If that is you, if that's your business, you're perfectly normal. This week, you're going to receive your framework, because if that's your business, it's not your fault, because no one's ever shown you how to do this. It's not your fault that interest rates have soared. It's not your fault that the economy sucks and that banks are closing. My goal over the next 5 days is to get you to understand that you never have to cold call, door knock, or beg ever again, because there's too many distractions, because you could be working nonstop, and I don't want that to be you. So let me ask you a question. I'm going to invite, now it's time for to participate. Take yourself off mute or type in if you'd like. Why are you here? What caused you to be here today? I'm curious. Who'd like to share? Why are you here today? This is a setup for the first lesson, by the way. What caused you to be here today? Who'd like to share? Get more listings. Go ahead.
Yeah, get more listings. Hopefully have listings every month and not wait in between months.
Michael, hopefully listings every single month and not wait between months. What else? Doug says get listings.
Because I'm having a broke month. So
Steve's having a broke month. Sorry to hear that. We're going to change that. All right, so people type it in. Consistency in production, better, more listings, be consistent, get more listings, inconsistent sales. I'm assuming that you want consistent sales. Wake up call with a plan. I need more success, more money, consistent listings. Need to get my mojo back, baby. Get my mojo back. Excuse me. I got to keep my energy on check here. Just closed my first transaction. Boom. Congratulations, Alex. Keep it going. Keep it going. Beat others in listings. Save for financial. Consistent profits. Consistent income. Sick of relying on third-party sources of leads. Make my first sale. Get a process. Only work with buyers. I hate being broke. I hate being broke too. Refresh. All right. It goes on and on and on. Thank you, everybody who shared it in. I work as a majority of sphere of influence. Want to be able to get more than a sphere, dominate listings. Here's the thing. You guys all, thank you for everyone that participated. If I didn't read yours, it's important. And I just don't have a chance to read through them all. But I want you to consider, you're here today for whatever reason you put in there. But guess what? You're here today because you believe I can help you. Because if you didn't believe I can help you achieve whatever that is, you wouldn't be here. So that's your first lesson. So I want to tie that together for you, because when you go on that listing appointment, you're going to learn about this on Wednesday when we go through the frameworks of how to take listings. You're going to learn how to do this. When we go through that framework, you're going to notice this is how I get hired 85% of the time, because by the time I get to that listing appointment, they believe in me. They believe that I'm the guy that can help them. This is what I want for you. When you go on that appointment, this is what you're going to learn this week. So I want you to take this as the first learning lesson, is we're going to put together a plan so that when you go on that appointment, your sellers already believe in you. Your sellers already know that you're the guy, that you're the gal, you're the woman, you're the one to be able to help them. And that's what we want them to be able to understand. So on Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to learn exactly how to do that to get hired 85% of the time. All right. We're going to take about 5 minutes. We're going to go through an exercise here. I want everybody to be in a place of calm and peacefulness. If you're driving, just sort of be aware, but don't be too aware, because this is going to take a real intentional. I want everybody to be comfortable. All right. Now, you guys already said that you would trust me. And this is going to be the first time that I'm going to really, really test that trust. And I want you to sit comfortably right now. And I want you to be with me, to be calm. We're going to go through an exercise, and I want you to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to continue breathing, and we're going to go through an exercise right now. Again, I want you to trust me. We're going to go through this exercise, and this exercise is going to make a difference for you. I promise you, just trust me. So breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you continue to breathe in, breathe out. I want you to focus on your peripheral vision. I want you to be aware of your peripheral right now. Stay with me and be focused and look at your peripheral. And when you're comfortable, breathe in, breathe out. I want you to trust me and close your eyes. And while you have your eyes closed, and while you're comfortable, I want you to imagine right now. I want you to envision. I want you to think from the lowest denominator. Be relaxed, have your eyes closed, and I want you to think, why do I sell real estate? Is it to pay your bills? Is it to pay your rent or your mortgage? Is it to prove yourself that you're worthy? Or is it to prove to somebody else maybe that you're worthy? Or maybe you sell real estate today so that you don't have to go drive an Uber to make extra cash. Or maybe you sell real estate right now, so like me when I started, you don't have to go wait tables. I want you to know BS. Why do you sell real estate? And I want you to hold on to that answer. And as you hold on to that answer of why do you sell real estate, I want you to consider whatever it is that you just mentioned, that you just said to yourself, why do I sell real estate? Ask yourself and answer the following question. What is important to you about that? So whether that was to be worthy, was that to prove to an ex-spouse that, hey, screw you, I don't need you, or whether that's to pay your bills, to pay your car payment, whatever it is, answer the question, what's important to you about that? I want you to stay peaceful and stay calm and stay within your mind. And I want you to see what's important to you about that. And now, whatever else that you're looking at right now, I want to ask yourself the question, what's important to me about that? So you answer the question, why do I sell real estate? What's important to me about that? What's important to me about that? Now I want you to continue breathing with your eyes closed. And I want you to go ahead and get your awareness back to me right now. And I want you to slowly open your eyes. Keep the awareness of your peripheral. And I want you to continue breathing. And now come back to me right now so that you're focused on me right now. And continue breathing normally. And what you just did was a short little exercise that's going to be the foundation for your success. That short little exercise is going to help you understand when we go through CPI time. I'll tell you about that here in a second. It's going to help you to stay focused on doing the activity. So what you're going to do today as a part of your homework is you're going to write down what you just experienced today. Why do you sell real estate? What's important to me about that? What's important to me about that? And you're going to continue asking yourself the question, what's important to me about that? What's important to me about that? What's important to me about that? Until you get to an answer that sings to your heart. When you get to that answer, you'll know it. And then when you get to that answer, I want you to swipe left of everything in between. So you take the first answer of why do I sell real estate? To pay my bills. And what's important to me about that? So that I'm a worthy father, or whatever the answer may be. And then I want you to take that. I want you to write that on a yellow sticky note, and take that yellow sticky note. Well, it could be a green sticky note. I don't care. Put that on a sticky note and put that on your keyboard, on your computer. And that is then going to remain for your compass. So that when we dive deeper into CPI time, I'll tell you that here quickly. CPI time is where you make your money. That's to lead generate, go on the appointments to get hired and show homes, negotiate inscription role play. Don't worry about that right now. That's a preview coming attractions. We'll dive deep into that later. But when you do your CPI time, anytime that you're doing anything outside that CPI time, you'll be able to focus back into that compass of what you just, and when I'm going like this, I'm pointing to my yellow sticker on my computer right here that says, I sell real estate to pay for my daughter's private school, which means that I'm a worthy dad. And you're going to be able to use that moving forward. So go ahead, and that's going to be your exercise for today. You're going to go ahead and you're going to grab that sticky note, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to write that down. So you may be thinking right now that to have no broke months may cost you too much time, too much money, too much effort. Maybe you don't have the credibility that you'd like to have. Or maybe you may want to say, I need to have more experience before I take action. Or maybe you're like, hey, I need to know everything before I start working with clients. Or maybe another coach told you, hey, go bang on doors, or go, harbor over for sale by owners until they hire you, or maybe do video, or whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. The gurus are wrong. If the gurus are telling you, if I would sit there and tell you, here's the one way for you to make sales, I would be wrong. That's not true. There is not one way to make sales. There's just your way. This week, we're going to discover your way. I've got a coach I paid thousands of dollars to teach me how to take FSBOs. I got a 3-ring binder sitting in the other room over on the other side here. And that 3-ring binder basically says, go to a for sale by owner. Take this book and hit them over top of the head with it until they hire you. It's basically what he says. I'm like, dude, that's not my way. Okay. And the ways that I'll teach you this week, I'm going to teach you 3 tactics, but that's only 3 of 27 that I teach. Okay. But I'm going to teach you 3 tactics that you're going to have a choice this week to try them. This week's a trial. And when you discover your way, then when you understand what's your God-given skill, and when you pair your God-given skill with the options of how to make sales, and then you focus back on that why, again, I'm pointing to my yellow sticky on my note, on my keyboard right here. I'm literally looking at my sticky note of I sell real estate to pay for my daughter's private school, which means I'm a worthy dad. When you keep focus on that and you select your way, which is your God-given talent, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. So Will you do the work this week? The biggest lie that you can tell yourself is that you're going to do this and then something gets in the way. Life got too busy. You know, this happened, that happened. I want to tell you about my friend Dave, who Dave was also an alcoholic. That's why we were best friends once upon a time. And we'd probably still be best friends today, but that's not possible because he had cirrhosis of the liver. And I remember visiting him. This was about 10 years ago. And at the time, he was as pale could be. I mean, his eyes were just this yellow, ugly color. And I'll never forget going into the emergency room. It was actually the recovery room. And I walk into the room and they have this stent in his collarbone. And they have it peeled back and they're like digging around in there. I'm looking on the inside of his body. I'm like, I shouldn't be here right now. That doesn't seem like they should let me into this. Well, here's the thing. The doctors told Dave if he ever was to drink again, he would die. He's my best friend for many years. He was a contractor. I used to flip a bunch of homes and he would take care of everything for me. Well, doctor said, if you drink again, you'll die. Guess what? Dave drank again and he died. And what I realized, the reason why I'm telling you this story is because sometimes you can get the prescription. Sometimes you can have somebody help you on your journey to help you to say, hey, look, man, let me help you. And you still don't accept the help. Now, I'm not going to suggest that this is life or death, this class this week, but I will suggest that Dave delayed taking action. Dave delayed getting healthy. And as a result of that, he had a horrific death. I don't want you to take a delay in taking action. Treat this week like it's the starting point for the rest of your freaking career, because it can be. It will be when you choose it for it to be. It will be when you do the work, when you show up every single day. Let me show you the assignments. Let me walk you through this. I'm going to take about 3 minutes to walk you through this, and then we'll go through another quick thing, and then we'll finish up for the day. So Leslie, go ahead and share with you. At 12:45, 7 minutes ago, you should have gotten an email. And in that email, it's going to give you, Leslie, you with me? There you go. In that email, it's going to give you access to your training portal. So scroll down on that just a little bit, Leslie, and that you're going to see that. Stop right there, please. You're going to click on that link. It's going to give you the login. It's going to give you the password. And then there's going to be a video there to walk you through how to use it. Go ahead, Leslie, and go to day 1 of the 5-day challenge, please. To the left. And on the training portal, Les isn't sharing it right there, but there's a mission. So before you get to day 1, there's going to be a video that's going to give you your mission. It's okay. You can't get there, Les. And so you're going to watch that video for the mission, and then you're going to start day 1, and then you're going to watch the video on day 1. Go ahead and click that real quick. Okay, you can stop it. Thank you. So you're going to go ahead and watch the video. You're going to go through the steps. And then at the bottom of each of those steps, you're going to go ahead and click that you've done it. Go ahead and do that, Les, to the bottom of that. Keep scrolling down. Go ahead. CPI. All right. And so that's the way that you're going to go through the tactics. So the tactics are going to walk you through this step by step this week. So to be able to do that, you've got to access your training in the portal. Who here is willing to do that? Will you do the work this week? Yes, you'll do the work, because guess what? If you go and you do the work, you'll freaking make money. You'll take listings. But if you don't do the work, next week's going to be the same as last month. Month after that's going to be the same as last month. I don't want that for you. I want something different for you. I want you to be able to succeed in today's business. I want you to watch this quick video, please, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the activities, and then we'll wrap up for the day.
The results of this simple experiment may surprise you. We have here 2 different ramps that the metal ball can roll down. The one on the right is smooth and uniform, while the one on the left is bumpy, with dips and rises. In a moment, Professor Kelly will roll 2 balls down each ramp at the same time. What do you think will happen? Both balls are the same weight, and there are no tricks involved, such as magnets. This is pure physics in action. If you're like me, you might expect both balls to reach the bottom at the same time, but this doesn't occur. The professor uses a pencil to drop both balls at once. And there you have it. Although both balls went the same distance down, the dips provided the left ball with a greater chance to accelerate without friction putting the brakes on. This gave the ball enough momentum to speed ahead of the ball on its right, even when it hit the bumps on its journey. When it comes to speed, momentum is a powerful thing.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. So this class is those ramps for you. This week is that momentum for you. This week is going to be the push that you finally need. You're going to get that this week. So how are you going to do that? Today, we went through the foundational work, which includes why do you get in real estate? What's important to you about that? And what's important to you about that? Between today and tomorrow, you're going to choose your way. We're going to decide who you're going to be, what you're going to do, and what you're going to have. The 3 tactics that you're going to have to choose from this week include the for sale by owner tactic, the easy way, includes the Facebook lead generator and the CPI open house. If you enjoy creating relationships, if you're ready to take a listing as soon as possible, I recommend that you take tactic number 1. You won't have to cold call for this tactic. Remember, the promise of the class is no cold calling. You're not going to have to cold call at all. 0 cold calling for the for sale by owner tactic, the easy way. So again, if you're ready to take a listing this week, that's your class. That's your tactic. If you're willing to invest a small amount of money, and if you're willing to call internet leads quickly, and if you want in the next 10 days to generate somebody who will close within the next 90 days, and you're not willing about a lot of rejection, then that's the Facebook lead generation strategy. If you feel good about people and people feel good about you, and maybe you're a little touchy-feely when you talk to people and you tap them on the shoulder and boom, you just light up a room when you enter into it, that's the CPI open house. So if you make people feel good and you draw them to you, choose tactic number 3. When you begin to do the work of the CPI training portal, you're going to have success as an agent. I'm going to walk you through this step by step in the training portal. You have to access it and do the work tonight. So some real estate agents need help finding listings. However, it doesn't have to be hard, right? So one last time, for those of you that have not yet taken your CPI VIP upgrade, I'm going to make a last call for that. And then that'll be it for the week for the VIP upgrade. And when you get that, you're going to be able to have more money, more time, more freedom, and you're going to have the step-by-step guidance this week to show you how to be able to make sales. You're going to get the mastermind on Thursday, and we're going to have a one-on-one deep dive call where we're going to discover your way. So if you're looking for more help, if you're looking for the help this week, then get your VIP option, and Leslie will once again put in a thing into the chat there. Also, make sure that you join the 5-day listing group on Facebook, and make sure that you introduce yourself in that Facebook group. And for those of you who already registered for the VIP program, make sure that you get your workbook, and make sure that everybody does your work this week. If you've not received an email from me, check your spam first. And if you not check your spam, Leslie will put a link in there if you have some challenges, and she'll hang out here for a few minutes to make sure everybody has the help that you need. Also, make sure that you celebrate your accomplishments. Tomorrow, when you join us, you're going to have a chance to have a background of one of those badges. You'll have access to that in your training portal, as well as the email that you just received. So go ahead and put that in the background and show up tomorrow with that background. And until tomorrow, I want to invite for you to have the best day of your life. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we discovered how to make your way in sales. We went through an exercise of why do I sell real estate? Gave you this sort of a lay of the land for the week. It's going into high training moving forward. So there's not a lot of foundation work for me today. I had to take a lot of time sort of laying the foundation. Moving forward, it's all content. It's all content. So tomorrow we're going to learn about the options of how to start, the way that you select, so that you get the freedom and money, so that we can have success together. Because remember, your success is my success. So one last time, please access your CPI training portal so that you can implement the tactics. Until tomorrow, we start at noon. Make sure you're here on time, have your videos on. I want to invite for you to have the best day of your life. Be grateful, make good choices, go help somebody, and let's go find a listing. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you. We need applause.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, if anybody needs to hang out with Leslie. Leslie will help you if you have any questions, technicals.
Hi everyone, I'm Les. If you guys have any trouble accessing the portal or anything about the email, let me know and I'm happy to assist you. Do you guys have any questions?
I didn't receive the email. I checked my spam, my junk, my trash.
Okay.
For the booklet and the.
Okay, so sorry for about the email. I'll be typing Dan's email address, so you could use that and check it. Search it in your Gmail. So sometimes when you guys do that, the email actually pops up.
And it's under what?